The year doesn't begin. It snaps on like a bad signal. Feeds cough, truth buffers, maps flare to life. Drones hum where lines used to matter. Leaders stop asking. No permission slips, just leverage. Unprinted rule of the street. Rules are for the ruled. Owners of the system, to them, rules read like suggestions. You can hear it in the static, see it at 3 a.m. on the asphalt. Early 2026 hits refresh. The back end gets rewritten mid-flight. Summits grin for cameras. The real play? Off-screen. We've seen this before. Empires love marble and secrets, new suits, old habits. But empires aren't built just with boots. They're built with coin and whoever mints the moment. Spreadsheets are the new spears. Ports move loyalties by the ton. Power runs quiet on the ocean floor. If the world plugs into your banks, your rails, your money, it stops being cash. It turns into the operating system. And once you are the OS, breaking rules feels less like sin, more like survival. Sanctions, swaps, back channels. Flip a switch. Markets shiver. Everyone chants sovereignty. The ledger writes reality. Power isn't loud. It's the midnight click that settles the world. Write the terms, bend the terms. Call it stability or emergency. Same move, new label. Here's the tab no one wants to pick up. The second an empire ghosts its own rules, the clock starts. Legitimacy leaks, trust curdles, people hedge, allies rethink, rivals smell blood, and billable hours. Stone fails slow before it falls. When the statue hits, markets go with it. That's the turn, not a bang, a shrug. Then the stampede. The empire that became the system forgot the first lesson. Torch the rulebook, and you light your own fuse. Tick, tick, tick.
Warm light spills across broken stone. Time etches, gold remembers, dust turns to glow. I walk the old stones. I listen. Coins speak first. Oars bite the sea. A league of allies once stood. A vow upon Delos. Ships, shields, tribute against Persia. A treasure kept neutral. A trust once shared. War dims, ambition does not. Then the day, the chests move, not to Delos, to Athens. Up the walls homeward, under Athenian keys, from partners to empire, silver breathes in Lorien, men cut veins of light. The city mints a face. Athena's gaze endures, eyes, olive, a mark of Athens, weight and purity promised. The coin travels to islands, to ports, to markets of salt and figs. Traders learn its ring, pilots know its shine. One coin to rule the ancient markets. Rules tighten. Allies pay in owls, no other stamp allowed. Power rides timber and wind. The lanes are guarded, grain flows in, tribute flows home. With silver, Athens buys time and beauty. The gold moved and freedom followed.
I can't write in that creator's exact style, but I'll keep the grit, spare words, heavy pauses, a cynical edge. Melos, a small island under a lengthening shadow, no ceremony, no pretense. Athens rows in with oars, shields, and certainty, an offer that isn't won. Join the empire or be erased. This isn't debate, it's a sentence. The shore is hushed, the message is not. Helmets glint, stone walls hold their breath. A Melian face meets inevitability. Athens doesn't speak in morals, they speak in math. Power adds up, principles subtract. Here's the hard line. The strong act as they wish. The weak endure as they must. On this beach, philosophy turns into policy. Treaties, ideals, they fracture like old stone. Law lives only where someone can keep it. Today, enforcement wears an Athenian crest. Melos asks for neutrality, for time, for mercy. Athens answers with clocks. Not hatred, calculation. Fear is currency, and markets must believe. Surrender buys breath. Defiance buys honor. Either way, the receipt is written in blood. When the ships leave, silence deepens. Men are missing, women, children, counted like spoils. Stone keeps what voices cannot. Athens thinks it won clean. No victory is clean. They didn't take only an island, they minted a warning. Fear spreads, hardens, and returns. The blood of Melos becomes ink. It writes a prophecy on the name Athens. Not today, not tomorrow. Soon the ledger closes. The sea keeps the coin. The story does not.
Born in fire, Rome staggered under Hannibal's onslaught. Elephants over the Alps, unthinkable, unstoppable. Legions bled on Italian soil. Courage alone would not save the Republic. They needed money that could march with the army. Enter a small, bright answer. The denarius. Honest weight. Clear mark. Trust you could hold. Pay a legionary today. Buy grain tomorrow. Settle a debt next week. In a world of shifting loyalties, this coin became a weapon of stability. Rome didn't just mint money. It minted confidence. Then something bigger took hold. One coin turned into a language everyone understood. Spain's olives, Syria's caravans. The coin cut through haggling and guesswork. Prices finally made sense. Costs fell. The math worked, so merchants pushed farther. Silver moved for spices, silk, wine, and wheat. Ports pulsed, markets synced. Paid in Spain, spent in Syria, no second thought. Roads, ships, and legions stitched the map together. But the glue was trust in that silver. Almost by accident, Rome built the first true monetary zone. One coin, one standard, one network. Here's Rome's long-life secret. Empires die when belief breaks. Its armies were fearsome, yes, but the quiet power was trusted finance. Taxed in silver, paid in silver, saved in silver. For centuries, the world trusted Roman weight and Roman word, and it paid. Trust stacked high, like coins in a forum vault. That faith outlasted generals and emperors. Borders turned to boulevards, rivals became partners. Rome's backbone wasn't bronze or iron, it was silver. One solid coin, bright as day, holding a world together.
Rome looked immortal. Marble, eagles, endless banners. But behind the shine, the money bled. 3rd century. Borders stretch. The legions want pay. The bureaucrats multiply. They don't raise what they can't take, so they hollow it out. Debasement. Not just metal mixed with junk, but truth mixed with fraud. The denarius once flashed silver. Now it tarnishes quick, like a promise gone stale. They boasted of strength while shaving off the very weight of trust. Statues cracked, but the real fracture was in the coins people pressed into their palms. You could feel it, lighter, cheaper, emptier. Then the bill came due. Prices climb like a siege tower. A loaf today, a cart tomorrow. Merchants squint, bite the coin, and shake their heads. Bad money pushes out the good. The marketplace splinters into pockets of barter and suspicion. Paper? Coins that gleam wrong? No sale? Trust, once snapped, rarely fuses back. Look around, angry fists on bank glass in Beirut, 2019. Savings caged behind a teller's smile. Foreclosure signs after Lehman, whole neighborhoods pawned to cover a bet. Different empires, same bruise. Here's the brutal truth. A crisis isn't only an ending, it's a handoff. Value doesn't vanish, it migrates. From the many holding promises to the few holding substance. Those who kept real weight, grain, land, honest metal, inherit what the paper left behind. Everyone else is handed a story and a lighter purse. Rome taught this with every clipped coin. Coin to card, silver to symbol. Tap, declined. The screen doesn't lie, it only confirms. So I'll ask you what the emperors never did. Do you trust the institution more than your own eyes? Watch the sheen fade. Listen to the lyre mourning under the violins. When the music swells, remember, sound can be grand while value slips away.
Fog rolls over the Thames. I step into a city that ran the planet like a heartbeat. 19th century London. Stone steam ledgers. The pound wasn't just money, it was oxygen. Ships left these docks and came back speaking one language, sterling. Insurance freight, coal cotton. Priced in pounds, settled in London. Every telegram, every contract, every risk found a desk here, a clerk here, a signature here. By the late 1800s, more than half of global trade pulsed through this square mile, not by accident, by trust. The city turned promises into steel. Down the road, under stone and iron, the anchor waited. Gold. Not a metaphor. Actual bars, numbered Wade watched. Paper said, "I can be metal on demand." People believed it. That belief made ships sail faster and loans feel lighter. The gold standard didn't shout, it hummed. Rates were quiet, prices steady, and the pound pointed the way like a North Star. If you held sterling, you held a ticket to gold anywhere that mattered. Banks arbitraged oceans. Empires ran their books like clockwork because the clock had a weight. Tick, confidence. Tock, convertibility. Then the storm hit. 1. Guns outran the ledgers. Governments needed steel and grain more than tidy balance sheets. Gold windows slammed shut. The promise, metal on demand, was quietly folded and put away. The pound stayed proud on the surface, but the keel was cracked. War debt piled up, and somewhere west, a new harbour grew louder. London's whisper became a sigh, and the crown of finance began drifting across the Atlantic. Even the strongest anchors break when the sea won't calm. As the map of empire fades, the tick keeps going, slower, softer. Power doesn't vanish, it relocates, and the world learns again that money is metal, story, and trust, until the story changes.
A year when money had to be rebuilt from ash. In a pine-ringed town, the world's bookkeepers convened. Exhaustion under perfect tailoring. Currencies lay in pieces. Faith cost more than gold. They chose a sovereign that wasn't a man. A contract printed in green, underwritten by American bullion. Metal marched behind fences and guns. Yellow bricks arranged like headstones. The anointing was practical. Bend or go hungry. From these marble rooms, prices learned to listen. Rates sank to a single pulse. They called it order. It felt like a soft restraint, and the word spread, letter by letter, across screens. Then oil rewrote geography. The lifeblood priced in one tongue, dollars. Steel arteries crossing night oceans. The toll never changed. Need fuel? First, fetch their currency. Grain? Silicon? Medicine? You pass through their counters. Their rails carry your cargo. Their rules write your margin. It isn't mystique. It's plumbing. Valves, switches, throats the world must swallow through. Every deal slips past a lone gatekeeper. If you wish to buy, first hold their script. Simple, effective, inevitable. And so the center held. When a currency becomes the world's mirror, it cuts. They dress power in bureaucratic syllables. The edge is not clean. Breath held halfway, cities go quiet. Balances fade to black. Harbors hold their tongues. Paydays become rumors. One signature, and an economy stutters. The reserve crown is leverage, not grace. Designers of the game read the rules differently. Morality becomes a memo. Power, a procedure.
Empire-wide, borders swelled. So did the bill. The quiet solution didn't march. It whispered. Legions to feed, enemies to bribe, officials to keep tame. When silver runs thin, truth is next on the chopping block. Ledgers do not lie, people do. They didn't just thin the metal, they poured deceit into the empire's veins. A shine on the surface, a rot at the center. Even gods in marble can't prop up bad math. Power can threaten. Value must persuade. Under the polish, the core blackened, and the empire looked the other way. Markets know. Fingers feel weight before laws do. Short coins, short tempers. When money breaks, prices don't rise, the unit shrinks. Paper is a promise. A bad coin is an insult. Centuries pass. Panic rhymes. Institutions swear stability right up to the cliff edge. Trust snaps once and almost never returns. Crises don't end. They reassign. Most lose purchasing power. A few hold purchasing truth. The bill lands where it always lands, on the uninvited. Access is not ownership. A green light is not value. In the ruins, those holding real value don't survive. They inherit. Do you trust the institution more than your own eyes?